Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Mushoku Tensei.
You like watching people get fucked for free?
Yes, Jeff. Actually, I do. At least in the circumstance where it's my boy, Rudius, and he deserves it and he's earned it. Yes, I do like watching people get fucked for free, Jeff. That's right. I absolutely do.
I'm gonna fuck him up
Okay, Jeff.
and beat his ass. You watch this live.
Fuck out of here. We're watching Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Part 2, Episode 2, which is also Episode 14 of Season 2 as a whole. Naming, it sucks. But you know what doesn't suck? Episode 1 so far of Mushoku Tensei. It was simple. It was smooth. It dragged us back into the show. Dragged is not the word that I was looking for there. It drew me in gently back to the world of Mushoku Tensei, and already I am a little bit spooked because of how deeply the show has me in its clutches already. It's been very little time. Very little has actually happened on screen, and yet I find myself deeply invested once more, and the show has worked its way under my skin again. It's a spooky thing because I want to just feel like it's safe and it's comfy. Because it just felt safe and comfy. A little fun excursion into a haunted mansion to find some cool stuff and create a living space for Rudy and Sophie to live and grow their life and get married. Oh, how freaking cute, how wonderful, how beautiful. What an ideal. And it's gonna get weird. It's gonna get weird, and it's gonna have deep metaphorical, allegorical ramifications that are gonna have rock and roll impacts on my actual real world, physical, everyday life. And I'm scared of that. I'm genuinely scared of how much power this show has. Which is crazy to say because we haven't seen it reveal its power, but I'm reminded of what's there. I'm reminded of the power that Rifujin has in terms of these characters and archetypes and how he's able to organize them in a way that conveys depth and meaning. It's kind of easy to forget in hindsight. It's a strange thing that it is, but I find it easy to forget in hindsight. I look back on Mushoku Tensei and, well, the flaws stand out a little bit because they're always talked about. The cuteness and the comfy vibes stand out, but my brain doesn't immediately go to the darkness, or to the terror, or to the depth of despair, or to the pit. But it's there. It's there and it's waiting. So that's that feeling that I talked about in the previous episode of like, everything's going really well. That scares me. When will the other shoe drop? When will things get strange? When will a turning point come? Because everything goes well until it doesn't. For now, everything is going well, and we're allowed to bask in that. We're allowed to revel in the glory of a newfound relationship, or a lost and found relationship even, maybe better. We're allowed to be proud and happy of Rudy for building out this house and creating this nest and this life and stuff. It's good. It's sweet. It's comfortable. But the last times we've gotten good and sweet and comfortable, it's all fallen apart. I'm curious to see how Rudy will handle that as well, whether he'll start feeling that antsiness too. If we'll have time to get a break or a period of real downtime before something actually happens, will Rudy self-sabotage? Will the comfort and the quiet and the solidity and stability be too much? They might be. It feels like a pattern. You achieve that a little bit and then it gets yoinked away from you. And in my experience, for myself at the very least, when I see that pattern, often I'll fulfill that pattern or I'll move to. Like, things are going well, I've got this expectation that things are going to screw up, and so I'll be the one to screw it up. Make sure that I have a little bit of control over it, you know? At least then I'm in control of the situation, and it's not just being lost from me. But what if it could have just been good, or calm, or forever? What if I'm the one screwing it up then? I don't know. I don't know if that will even come into play, but it is interesting. It's the kind of thing I could see Rudy doing. Definitely. Okay, overall, we are back in the world. We explored a little bit. We found a cool mechanical doll. We reintroduced a bunch of characters in a really smooth way that I thought was very cool and very good. And now Rudy's got a house. He's ready to move in with Sylphie and build their life together. The beginnings of it. Is it rushed? Yeah. Yeah. Is it a little bit foolish? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, these are young people moving into something quickly, but they're doing it with some certainty, and I'm of the opinion that with something like this, it's probably good to experience and fail if they're going to fail, or come across those struggles and succeed against them, against all odds, than it would be to do anything else. There's no ignoring this relationship or pretending that it won't happen, So what is there to do but dive in wholeheartedly and engage with as much fervor and genuineness as you possibly can, and hope for the best and work toward the best? Because the best doesn't just come. It doesn't just happen. It's not just like you decide that you're going to be in a relationship and suddenly everything's easy and it all works out and happily ever afters its way through your life. The reason that fairy tales end with happily ever after is so that you don't have to get to the nitty gritty shit. You tell the simple story, because that's the part that locks everything down. But man, the journey goes on after that. So I'm really glad that our story goes on. It's kind of it's a sometimes rarity to have a relationship that's engaged in wholeheartedly and somewhat realistically, with characters sort of falling into each other and being naive and uncertain, but desiring each other immensely, and then rushing into certain elements. And we'll see as we go forward whether that is really a rush or whether it's the right time for it and it's just scary. It's okay either way. And it's okay if this doesn't work out perfectly. I have a feeling it won't. But maybe Rudy has learned enough to hold things together. Maybe Rudy has grown enough to be an anchor and to be capable. I think so. I would like to think so, at least. So we'll move forward. We'll see how this little young couple begins to settle into their house and move toward the formal rituals of courtship, the expression publicly of their bond, and eventually their marriage. And maybe kids, maybe little babies. I mean, Sylphie's really into babies. She really wants to have a bunch. It's pretty cute. Okay, with that, I am going to do a scribble, and then we're going to move forward. Well, this is cool. I can kind of do this, so I'm just going to go sort of playing it by ear. I've got an idea for what I want, but we'll see how it actually turns out as we go. Hopefully scribbling on these gives them a sort of a woodish tone, sort of wood grain-esque. I'm going to go for, circles. As long as it gets the symbol right, it's all Gucci with me. So the last time that I drew something like this, I stole the symbol to use for ReZero at a certain point. Now the symbol has changed a little bit. It's no longer the room or the window in Rudy's old house. That's what it was for a long time. But now it's the window in his new house. And it's got 3 panels now. I don't know if that's, symbolically interesting. It does remind me of the sort of 3 girls that we see everywhere in all the art and such. Roxy, Sylphie, and Eris. But I don't know, it would be cool if we could get, it seems doubtful, but it would be cool if we could get them all in the same house, Get Rudy's little harem going. As I say, I think he deserves it. Plus, it might bode well for my own adventures in polyamory. Still not sure how that's going to go, by the by. Looking forward to it, though. I do wonder if, I don't know. I wonder about a lot of things. I'm scared of how much Mushoku Tensei seems to mirror my life existence. It's one of the scarier things about the weird job that I do. I fucked those up badly, but that's okay. It still looks like it's fine. It's one of the scarier things about the weird job that I do is that, as I said last time, things line up in strange ways. And it only matters to the extent that I believe, you know, the symbols have meaning. But man, sometimes they seem to have meaning. Like falling apart during Cyberpunk Edgerunners felt inevitable. It felt like just a part of the thing. Very strange. Long term, it's been very good, I think. And certainly long term, it's easy to say that like relating to media like this has bolstered me, has given me, what did I do? Has given me opportunities to understand and to experience both vicariously through characters and also have their experiences become springboards for my own and for understanding of my own. God, what did I do? I absolutely screwed the piddly pooch with these circles. Whoever made this window really needs to be fired. This window, this guy, he's a master craftsman. This guy, fired. Fucking fired. Little Rudy tail. Little Sylphie hair. Just sitting, looking at the potential future. It's cloudy. It's not smooth, clear glass that they're looking through at all, and it's sort of the same window to the outside that's been so symbolically resonant before. But now we're not looking out it alone, and there are multiple paths ahead of us. It's less a place that we're trapped than it is a place that we feel safe. Although I guess it was like that before with the outside feeling unsafe. But it doesn't feel like we can't go through this wall, or this barrier, or this window. Cool. And so, as it was written by the great sages of the distant past, we embark once more on the journey of Mushoku Tensei, Season 2, Part 2, Episode 2. And we're gonna watch it, baby. We're gonna get into it. I'm still using the Motbob subs version. I have been informed that is not going to be a good idea in the fairly distant future, that there will be one particular translation that people feel very, very upset about, and by then I will have absolutely switched to some basic Crunchyroll subs and all will be well. For now, Modbob it is, and all will be well as well. Good? Good. Let's watch Mushoku Tensei, Season 2, Episode 2, Part 2. I've got two versions of the episode, picture-in-picture version available in the description, timer on YouTube, BB timer to count you down, early access on the Patreon, very important to mention that, I think. 1 week early access costs $1. Shoutouts and stuff, $5. Special secret shoutouts, more dollars. I wouldn't worry about those unless you feel like really strongly about the thing. Don't worry about it. $1. That's all it takes. And that dollar actually, like in a real material way, changes my life and makes it possible for me to live and continue doing this work that I think is deeply valuable and very, very fun. So thank you very much for those of you who already do support me. Please consider doing so if you haven't already. And if not, don't worry about it. It's totally fine. Just like the video. Maybe subscribe to the channel if you want to. Drop comments if you've got things to talk about. And we will discuss them as we move forward. And watch more Mushoku Tensei. Season 2, Part 2, Episode 2, BB Timer. Home. Yeah. You gotta decide who to invite. This looks crispier than first episode. Body Gutty! Do we invite Genus? That makes sense. Everybody she knows, yeah. Forget? Still worth. Yeah. Sophie's outfit is so cute. The little, like, cardigan thing. Totally. Totally. for sure. And Lisa. Oh, do you? Oh, do you? Oh no, I think you've got important questions. So I've been told that I might want to skip this because it's got spoilers and stuff, and I'm not going to. I'm just gonna go. He's gonna have a kid, isn't he? Paul. Oh, that was gorgeous. Running to you. Attached and connected. Dope. Whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa! Mirrors, mirrors. I've really come a long way, indeed. Oh, these are gorgeous, moving through these spaces. Hi there! Hi there, little one! Okay, we're gonna be joined. Oh, hello, other little one! We're gonna have some family members around. Oh, all about connections and relationships. Hi, Roxy! Mom? Roxy... Rudy, Alina Elise, Paul? Big blue eyes white dragon. You and me. Yep. Oh, and then it flashed to, was that older Rudy? I think so, or is it younger Paul? I think it's younger Paul. Ooh, 2 feather token things? And an empty space. Okay, and that's the same location where we were so sad when Eris met, or the same feel? But instead, he's smiling. He's looking back at people who are actively supporting him. Whoa, that was a lot. Okay, it didn't feel like direct spoilers, but thematic spoilers for sure. I'm 100% sure that they're gonna have a kid. Put a baby in that girl. She wants it. Maybe that's what she's asking about with Alina Elise. Oh. Gonna get some cool fucking robes. Yes. Water. No. No. These are awful. They're awful. Yeah. That seems perfect. We were in the Demon Continent. Oh, that's sick. That's sick. Hmm. Oh. Oh. He buys a lot of clothes. Sweet. Hey, he's all decked out. We're equipment and furniture shopping and stuff. Getting our reception together. This is super cute. Just living our best family life. Hello, stars. Nothing ominous. Holy shit, they've got a giant fucking hot tub thing? That's hot as shit. No mayonnaise in it either. Responsibilities now. Things get complicated. How much do you make? So cute. Don't do that. Don't do that. Be honest. Wee. 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 Yosha. That's insanely cute. I have needs. Excellent. Excellent. Exactly as it should be. Very reminiscent of... Real reminiscent of Paul, yeah? The same kind of goofy, full bore love. Okay, good. Oh, that's sad. Did he come? Did he actually come? Oh, I didn't realize that they were full height. Wow, Nanahoshi came in mask. Sick. Yeah, nobody knows how to make fucking crisps. Dude, Rudy, just make a fucking... You need to make money? Start the Lay's Corporation. Just start the Frito-Lay Corporation, my guy. Oh, I want to know so bad what she's gonna ask. She's gonna crash through the wall or something. Glasses of wine. I'm so spooked. Why am I so spooked? Why did I just get so spooked? I don't like being spooked. You got it, bud. Oh, he's here. Good. Perfect. My guy. You did it. A little bit. Just. Oh, maybe it's that. Yeah. Yeah. You want to formally announce that you're banging. It's important. Goodbye. Yeah. He needs more cups. Goodbye. Fuck yeah, it's just gonna be an eating wedding reception montage. Chips, they're disappearing. Perfect. Yeah, she could drink with the best of them, huh? I want to know about that conversation, though. Yeah, the rest of you get the fuck out of here. We got important things to talk about. Better than I could wish for, right? Yeah. Does everybody get them gifts? Do we do a shower? Whoa! How about 9 months? Yeah, I think we're chilling, man. You're great. Little one? Very good. Very well done, little one. It's okay, he did too. It was you and everybody else. It's all good. It writes itself. Mm. That's a way to look at it. Yeah, that's okay though. If they're gonna see it in their perspective. Ah, that's good. Hello, Nanahoshi. What have you got? Okay. Yep. No, that's it. Good. Oh, it's perfect. No, let it go, it's perfect. Fuck. Thanks for the cover, Nanahoshi. Rudy, you're gonna have to come out and out about that at some point, methinks. Some crazy stuff. Blessing acquired, as expressed previously. — 100%? No, she absolutely would have. I want this conversation. Something she can't have, huh? Ooh. What? Yeah, what a spring! Yeah, I thought that was just an elf thing. I also thought that was just an elf and pretty girl thing. Yeah, this is a lot. Wow, never seen anything like this from Elena Elise. Laws? Yeah. But she feels like her taint or... It's a good little twist. Yeah, that's good. Whoa, the weight of the world suddenly on Lisa. Yeah, and on Sylphie too. Finally finding out some pieces of her past. That's so interesting. Yes, goodbye. It is so nice! Hey, guys. Maybe don't. Maybe don't with the Obachan. Yay! Alright, let's do it. We're leaving them alone? Okay, cool. Will we actually show the convo, or are we just going to be outside it and see the result? Oh, this vibe of dudes chilling, waiting for their women to figure something out. Oh, tough. Gabbing with Gam Gam. Man, I thought it was going to be a sex thing. I'm scared. I'm immediately scared. I'm so scared. Ariel! What? What? Yeah, what is this? What's going on? Yeah, clarification crucial. Total tone change. Explain. You're not as good a swordsman as Luke is. Like, guaranteed. Oh, are they... but he's got foresight, though. Yeah. Yep, you're done. Holy shit, Rudy. So what was the purpose? Right on the head. My guy. But his ego's bruised. So is that a worthiness thing? Yeah. Just want to make sure. Okay. Damn, that sucks. That's so fucked up. Hmm. Hmm. She may choose to go with you anyway. Maybe. Oh. Oh, she's not just giving up authority, but pushing her. What an interesting blend of like really high quality shots and pretty mid quality shots. Very interesting blend. See ya, bud. Well fought. Pretty dope that he did that well. Oh my god, Cliff! Thoughts? Oh, they are like... Mm-hmm. This means we can be a lot closer with Alenalise. Yeah. Terrified of her taint or like her curse rubbing off on them. Whoa. She must have a few. Oh, that's so great. Unexpected, but awesome. The opposite, the opposite. No. He's gonna say something super sweet. She's been through so much. She's been through so much. I'd be interested in performing that arc. But we just got requested, so maybe, yeah. That's love, baby. Just impressed, yeah. Redemption, right? That's a great piece of examples for Rudy. Yeah. That should sink in. And it sinks into his foresight eye. It sinks into his foresight eye. It's going to be really important to be able to see past flaws. We are now. Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. This is obscene. This is brutally cute. Yes. Fuck. God, please. I don't think the hair is gonna cause it. That's pretty dope. We talked about virtuous cycles of care. That's it right there. Both people thinking that they're not worthy of the other and working to become so. Oh, ooh, oh, oh, ooh, hoi, oi, 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 oi. Hoi, oi, 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 oi. That was really cute. Yeah, we're really holding this pattern. But then on the other side, we're gonna have Norn and Aisha around as well. I think it's all gonna like collide in some really interesting ways. I believe in their love. That's such a cool thing. Crystals. Yeah, both Norn and Aisha. A student there, a little maid in the house. It's like a yeah. There we go. The past looking in on the future, and it's like a mirror. It's like a repetition, an echo. Yeah, things cycle, things cycle. But that's truly life. Like life cycles. Okay, we get a bibbity boop at the endy bit. Now that's not a turning point, but that does sound like a shoe dropping. Something afar. Maybe we'll actually just turn our camera somewhere afar. Maybe we'll hop from here, leave it in a good place, and jump over to whatever Roxy's doing or whatever Eris is doing. We know Eris is out there fighting monsters and stuff. For the most part, I would consider this a pretty simple episode. Visually, almost the entire episode is taken up with essentially complicated shot reverse shot. Like, show character, show who they're talking to, show character, show situation that they're in, continue with it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's great. It takes us through a bunch of little mini circumstances, and I think most of all, it's time that we spend with these two characters going places and doing things together. We're seeing these two together. We're establishing their bond, their connection, their real relationship, and the way that it works in the individual circumstances when they go into stores, when they do things together, when they're walking together. We're seeing them in all these places in the same way that on a date, the glue, the walking from place to place, the going spaces is the part that matters the most to me, I think, is that time that you spend with somebody and feeling like you're occupying each other's space and feeling like there's a flow and a connection there. That's what we're getting here in the first half of the episode as our characters do things together. That's really what it feels like. We're doing things together, and then we're doing this this home hosting ritual, because this ritual of like bringing a bunch of people in and having them all have dinner at your house, it's a hosting ritual, and a hosting ritual is like a bunch of layers, but we humans have had hosting rituals of all sorts for all time, between chewing the fat, like cutting a bit of bacon and sharing it and demonstrating your capacity to feed your family and also to feed strangers who come in, to bread and salt and the rules around it. The hosting ritual is a demonstration of capacity for this couple in a lot of ways. It's like, we're doing well, our little unit is doing well, we are capable enough and doing well enough that we're like happy to have other people inside our home. Come look at what we're building together, and having other people observe it makes it more real. It makes it more true. more observers on a piece of information makes it more accurate. And so having people in your community observe your courtship and observe your ritual and give their ritualistic blessings in exchange. Cliff is the only one who gives like a direct blessing, but everybody does give their ritualistic blessing by showing up, by being a part of this circumstance, by ceding authority to the new household, right? It's like saying, we're here, we accept the food that you offer us, and we accept that you're in charge of this space and this relationship, and it fits in a new dynamic in our community. It's going to have ripple effects in the community, right? Like Rudy's relationship with everybody will change slightly as he gets married here. And so it's important to get those ideas out. And so doing the ritual, one that's deeply ingrained, I think, in all of us, doing the ritual of bonding, the ritual of culture. It's different because it's in a weird land, right? But it's similar enough to the real world that it feels correct. It establishes this place for us, the audience, as well. It establishes the dynamic and the relationship for us, the audience, as well. And it's really cool. I think it's really cool. I think it's freaking awesome. Super duper mega cute. Body Gutty's interruption is excellent. Just can't complain about that. It's just insanity. And he's also the bluntest, most straightforwardest person. We get fiddly-faddly on the, we will support each other at all times, doing the classic shitty speech thing. Hey, fuck that. The important part is that this is happening, and everybody knows it, and you've brought everybody into this house, and we're here to cheers and bless your union. And we do. Everybody has fun, and everybody spends their time to have a one-on-one little moment of congratulations and questioning and recommendation and insight and assistance and all of that. It's really cool. It's really wonderfully cool. They hold court. That's a way to put it. Part of this is ritualistically holding court, saying that these are the heads of household now, and the way that people address them is different because you're inside their house and you've eaten of their food and they're moving forward into the future. So you can give little bits of recommendation and conversation, but there's respect. There's respect here. Nanahoshi's the only person who doesn't really super engage with it, just at the very bare minimum of what's necessary, which is very, it seems to me to be very young Japanese person of her, to be like, I will hit the bare minimum bar of what is required of tradition, and then I'm fucking out of here. It's very cool. This gets inordinately scary. Let's just talk about the simple part of this, because it's just so immaculately simple that I just want to show it to you. I'm back a few minutes. What is our angle? Flat. What is our angle? Flat. What is our angle? Flat. Literally flat in terms of the line of the base of the camera to the floor. It's flat. It's straight. It's level. It's plumb. Okay? Flat, 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 flat. Like we're panning up, we're moving around, but we're level. We're level with the floor. Flat, 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 flat. Until Nanahoshi. Okay, a little bit of angle there. Little angle, but not much. Just really looking down because Bodyguardi's tall. Yeah. Nanahoshi. Flat, 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 angle. Dutch. Just slightly. Tilt. Just a little bit. More. Angle, angle. Dit, dit. More. Shock flat. Now everything holds flat and we wait. We wait. And then that little off-kilter angle is still there. Not the whole angle, not the full of it, but the little off-kilter angle. Something small, but real, has just upset the balance very slightly. And until it's resolved, until we talk about this honestly, it's going to be a nagging doubt in the back of Rudy's mind at least. Sylphie might take this as is and run with it, Might be totally okay with that answer. Oh, he speaks the language. That's totally fine. Nothing weird about that. But if she investigates it or considers it more effectively, she might figure out that there's something weird about that. Oh, I wonder what language Nanahoshi's talking about. I wonder how Rudy learned that, given that, I know where he grew up, and they don't speak that language. What even is that language? Is that a thing? Well, interesting. Cute little blessing from Cliff, which is wonderful. And the wrinkle, the totally unexpected piece. I wish you happiness. And she tears up. She's known from here on from the very beginning that Sylphie was probably her relative. And she gets to be there in her life a little bit. Something that Aline-Elise has cut from herself, has not allowed herself at all. Aline-Elise's relationship to her own sexuality, to her family, to the results of it, to her curse, it's so sad and broken. It's really cool that she's got Cliff. That's become more obviously something that she deeply needs. And now I'm really deeply interested in Cliff's request for assistance on breaking Aline-Elise's curse. I'd really like to be able to do that. I think that would be very cool. And now that she's family, now that we're connected with her in this other way, it's more than just a nice thing to do for a friend. It's like, it's an amelioration of such great suffering over such a long term. It's not just like a lifetime's worth of suffering either. Elves, man, like elves, they live for so long. So this is really cool and powerful and poignant. Children that she couldn't manage to be near. But Sylphie knows it. Sylphie realized it too. The little bits are fitting. They're normal. I know what I'm like. I'm terrible. I'm darkness. I'm curse. I'm an albatross. I'm tainted. I'm broken. She's so deeply worried that Rudy will reject Sylphie, that others will be rejected because of their proximity to Lisa. Fascinating. This is a cool shot of Sylphie. The sort of pursing at the corners of her lips adds a tension to the face, along with a little tension in the eyebrows. But at the same time, there's this openness in the eyes that's like desiring of honesty and understanding, looking to see through. And then there's something that's a little bit set about it, like determined to see this through. She was determined earlier to ask the question. It just came out in this difficult circumstance, and now she's determined to have it out. And so we do. And so we do, and so they do. And they talk it out. I like that we split the scene. So here, everybody goes home. They're preparing for this. This is going to be happening. We leave the two of them to talk. And I love the dynamic of this moment as the two men in the situation talk it through and actually provide support for each other. A little bit, not a lot, but provide support for each other. And are vibing about the fact that both the women in their life are in an uncomfortable situation. They can't really fix it, but they can be there for them. It's very cool. So, with no real explanation, we throw this on him. A duel with Luke. Sword against sword, not magic. Now, that's a little silly. Rudy's ability to protect Sylphie is mostly going to come from his magical prowess, but for formality and for ritual, this makes a lot of sense. You know, Sylphie doesn't have a father who's in the picture, yeah? But in a lot of cases, a father who's in the picture will test a young man who's looking for his daughter's hand, yeah? Whether that's a physical fight is probably not, but I'll bet a lot of people, and there are plenty of people in my audience who've been married, or who have relationships like that. Anybody get weird tests from your fathers-in-law, from your SO's parents? Weird things. It reminds me of like Meet the Fockers as a movie, or Meet the Parents, where there are all these strange tests and things, but the idea makes sense. This is somebody who's deeply important to these people, and they want to make sure that she's safe and that you're capable and that you're willing to stand up for her. And so Rudy, I think, passes with flying colors. He doesn't want to harm Luke, but he knows that he needs to do this, and he is capable, and he is willing. And when it comes down to it, if you're going to challenge him to a duel and Sylphie's on the line, it doesn't really matter what the full explanation for it is. He's going to accept. And with confidence and gusto, and the only big animation sequence of the episode, wham bam boom bam, they're going to fight. It is a pretty cool animation sequence. It's very flippy whippy, I think. This is a mirror, yeah? It's a mirror of Rudy and Paul. And it may even be even more than like a little mirror of Rudy and Paul. He may actually be using like Paul moves. I wouldn't be surprised if he was. There's a deep feeling in the OP and in the ED and in a bunch of other elements. There's a deep feeling of echoes, of repeats. Not done yet. I do really like the flow of this shot, particularly the way that the camera moves faster than he does and then bounces with him and then wham, pulls in as Rudy comes in. I think that looks awesome. I think it looks really cool. Makes me excited for seeing more action as we go forward. Sucks for Luke, but he signed up for this. So, great shot, and some cool big wides as well. I do really like this. I don't particularly love the look of these trees, just because they look a little bit fuzzy or CGE, but overall, with snow falling and all this distance between them, it's very cute. And then these side profiles, I think, are very pretty. But this front profile shot, reverse shot, is a little bit less so. It's just not quite as, especially right here. For the power of this conversation, if you don't treasure Sylphie, we will take her back. Like, there's real punch to these lines from Ariel, and it just sucks that we have like a kind of a wide, slightly fuzzy shot for that. I wish it were crisper or a little bit more emotive. But no, we won't forget it. Bye, folks. And indeed, we might end up going on that mission too. Got a whole bunch of quests getting thrown up on the board, eh? Gosh, Cliff just going out with the duel thing. Ridiculous. But these two, they make a real potent connection. Cliff is way better than we ever gave him credit for. Faced with more of Lisa's difficulties, Rudy expects him to fall apart and walk away and move away, withdraw, and he does the exact opposite. He's warmed to her even more. He's endeared to her even more. He has even more empathy. It's very powerful. It's very powerful. I keep having interactions like that with the person that I'm currently seeing. By the way, that's going well. We're longish distance at present, but it's still going very well, which is very interesting. They have a lot of trauma and a lot of like self-disrespect that they're dealing with, and so it's been a kind of a continuous pattern where they've been worried about revealing some truth about their past to me, and then have revealed it and are expecting rejection because that's what they've experienced before. And what they get from me is like love, is like care and compassion. It's pretty interesting how that can work. But it makes me respect Cliff quite a bit. It's a powerful thing in a relationship to find someone's flaws. Well, it's not to find their flaws endearing. It's to see that they've been struggling and to be impressed with how well they're doing despite everything. Because you just see the surface level of a person and it's like, wow, they're doing really well. And you don't see the torment and the struggle and the difficulty that they go through to make that person manifest. So to me, it's when I see that in someone and I see their depth of character, their flaws and struggles, and the battles that they're currently and continuously engaging in, and the ones that they've won or lost, that makes me feel more for the person. It makes me empathize more for the person, not less. I think a lot of people are scared of connecting on that kind of a level, to that kind of a degree. It is scary, but it's a powerful thing to be invested in somebody. Deeply purpose-granting. So this question from Cliff becomes quite amazing. And more importantly, I love her too, and we get this flash through the eye of foresight. We reevaluate Cliff, but it's also, hopefully it's sinking into Rudy. Both as something that he should be able to apply to the women in his life, but also something that he should hope that they apply to him. That kind of compassion for terrible circumstances. It's the kind of thing that he would need and need to believe in if he were ever to open up about that spooky past stuff with someone like Sylphie. Very well. So a couple of powerful handshakes over the course of the day. And a couple of powerful relationships made stronger. We leave it off on one of my favorite notes. It's a little funky. I need to work hard so that you'll always keep loving me. Hopefully the love won't disappear if you don't keep working hard, but as far as an ideal, this mutualistic feeling that both of you just barely or not even deserve each other, and that you got to do everything that you can to make the relationship as powerful as possible. It's a beautiful feeling. It's a beautiful feeling. I wonder how it will last. I wonder how resilient it will be when other temptations emerge. What if, this is a clear one, what if another of the important women in Rudius' life waltzes back into it? How will he fare? How will Rudy, enamored and deeply in love with Sylphie, fare if a stronger, more resilient, more capable heiress comes back and says, "Hey bud, you're mine"? How will he do? I don't know. I'm very excited to find out. So, with our first sight on the OP, which I guess I didn't really go through, there's so much shit here. It's so mirrored from the past that I'm uncertain what to think about it. It's his own development, his own childhood, but there's this mirroring thing that's happening that makes me think that it's also going to be his child as well. All this emphasis on growing up and the father watching, the family watching. I don't know. There are some really gorgeous shots here. Rudy running up to Sylphie, and then their big spin is really lovely. And I really like the moment here they connect, and then the world is like shuddering behind them. It's like their impact with each other is an atomic bomb that's rocking everything. But it's also, separately, it's a root center of stability, and everything can shake around them, but they'll hold in the center. And then it flashes to all these other relationships. We are definitely going to reconnect with all the family, yeah? Which is pretty cool. And there he is in his gray stuff with his dad. I really like the transitions as well. Slipping between these things with the little curves. It feels like strands of fate. Lines passing through, yeah? Through windows and barriers. We're able to move smoothly, right? Rudy's looking in through windows and out through windows, and then characters can come in and out the doors. It's not a wall between us anymore, it's a window. Some bars, though. Some stuck places, though. Some masks, though. Some dolls, too. And some mysteries. Roxy, and a bunch of interesting things. Zenitsu, and the crystal dragon that we know she's trapped by. Paul, Rudy, and a whole little squad. Let's see if we can... Yeah, okay, so it's Lisa, Dwarfo, Paul, and Rudy. Cool. Oh, and Roxy. And no Sylphie. Oh, and that was Geese. That's Geese. And no Sylphie. Yeah, those were Paul moves for sure. Paul moves plus Rudy moves. So this moment really caught me as interesting because we go here. So we're in childhood and peace with flowers. Then there's walls and barriers and gates, but we're in the same time frame for the most part, right? And then it whips by and it's father and son. Okay, so Paul has the little earring thing, so we can be set and clear on that. But that's young Paul, isn't it? It's not current Paul. Oh no, it is current Paul, okay. And father and son together. Sweet. Don't know what I'm looking at here. Family. Child. She gonna get pregnant. That's a pregnant look. That's a pregnant belly touch. Rudy's gonna put a baby in her. What is this place? I'm really excited to see this place. I don't know what it is. More locations and more travel and stuff. We're going to have to travel at some point. And then this. This is the same feel of location with like pillars of walls and stuff, empty landscape and sunset hues as the breakdown at the end of season 1. It's the same space. Rudy alone, same location and environment, even same sort of framing in a little way. But this time he turns and he looks and there's a whole support system smiling at him and waving. There's a home to come back to. It's very different. It's very different. So much is changing in the world of Rudius Boreas Grey Rat. And in almost every way, it seems to be changing for the better. More connection, more family, more honesty, more openness, more cool. But next time, we move from very close, at home indeed, to afar. And we'll have to see what that means when we see it. Thanks so much for watching this week's episode of Mushoku Tensei. I will see you once more next week for Mushoku Monday. That's the scheduled point, and we will continue chugging along until this chonk is done. And we'll figure out a replacement when we do. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Much love. Early access on the Patreon. Peace.